So welcome back to French countryside life. Back in France, as you see, in the craft room, which is the next room to do. So what we're looking at in here. First thing, get all the stuff out. I'm going to put that into the guest room. I'm going to stack it all up in there. And then make a start on this chip paper on the walls. Got a few other things to take down, obviously take the picture down. Just behind you there's a curtain rail to take down. Yeah, make a start. Let's get it done. Okay. Oh, so it's the same as it was in the guest room. Some metal. Actually, that might come out. It's a bit loose. Give it a whack and see what happens. Okay, so that came out relatively easy. So you see what it is. It's it's basically a spike that's been thrust into the wall, and yeah, so that came out okay. So hopefully the other one will come out the same. If not, I'll have to cut the end off like like I did in the guest room. So let's give that a go. Let's see how we get on with this other one. Yeah, they were just wood. Right, so that's got that out. It's got a hole in the wall which we can fill. It's really loose around here. So that's the paper on it. But yeah, that's that out. Good job. Alright, moving swiftly on. Alright, so we've made a start. Good news, bad news, as usual. Bad news first. Bad news is that obviously this is the other side of the guest room, so this is the plasterboard wall, partition wall, and the chip paper is stuck literally like glue. So it's a matter of getting the painted top off and then using the steamer to get the paper off underneath. So it's actually not going too bad. Good news is that over this side, this is all concrete. So it's got obviously a rough texture to it, and the paper is only sticking, as you can see, on the bits that stick out. So that's coming off pretty easy, relatively speaking. Yeah, so anyway, crack on, get on with it. So here's a perfect example of getting chip paper off the wall. So I've just used a scraper and scrape down. If you look close, you'll see all the bits of wood chip stuck to the paper. And this is like the backing paper, if you like. So you can't use the steamer straight away because the steam can't get through the paint. And if you start scoring, you know, which is what they say, you risk gouging the plasterboard. So I've found so far that just scraping the top off, and I get the steamer. Just hold it on there for a moment. Talk amongst yourselves. Look at that. And that is fantastic. So I think that's the way forward. Let's play the thoughts. Alright. So we couldn't work out how Tilly was getting out. So I set up the camera, and this is what we found. Here we've managed to find the one bit of fence that is broken. Look at that. Don't be looking. I'm going to fix it. Don't be looking. Yeah, so look. So she just stepped through it. Amazing. All right, so let's get Tilly. And
guilty party.
Yeah. So I'm just going to secure this. Cable ties. For the dastardly plans. There we go. Hopefully that'll sort it out. Right, so there you go with that. So we've got all this wall done. It's got to be filled and sanded. But halfway along this one, yeah, managed to get all the paper off, all the backing paper off. It's a bit of a mission. It's probably going to take a while, but we are getting there. At this point, I'd like to acknowledge an unrecognised genius. There's a chap called Bob from Weston-super-Mare, who was an engineer at an aircraft factory, and he was doing painting and decorating when the factory closed, and he was doing this exact job, scraping off wood chip paper, and saw that there was an unfilled gap when it came to the tool to remove it. And using his years of engineering experience, he came up with a tool with an angled blade that was changeable, and he worked out this particular angle was the best for the blade to sit at. So he sent off his design to a particular company, and the company produced prototypes, and then the company went bust. And Bob didn't see his design again until it popped up right across the market. So, thanks Bob, it's much appreciated, and I'm sorry that you don't get the recognition that you deserve. So, there you go. Anyway, crack on with this, and we should have a cup of coffee. I don't know. I think cup of coffee. Cup of coffee, couple of biscuits, 2 slices of peanut butter on toast, suitably refreshed. Let's see if we can finish this wall. Okay, so you can see this bit of the wall's been steamed. This bit of the wall is yet to be steamed. I'm going to do this side, and I'm going to call it a day, I think, because I've had enough. So yeah, let's get on with that. So that's enough of that for one day. It's going to stretch my legs for a bit, I think. So we had a tree surgeon here a couple of days ago to take a look at the big oak, which I'll show you in a sec. I know you've seen it, but we had a look at this one, and he said that it's been severely pollarded, and because if you saw my previous video when I cut all these down here and cut all the edge around, I thought that growth was probably 20 years, but the expert, he said that could be 7 to 8 years, which is amazing that it would grow so fast. But so he said the tree needs to be pollarded again, but cut off at the top of the new, or just above the start of the new growth. So that's a job I can do. So that'd be interesting to do. So we had a walk round, and he was looking at all the trees here. This one's a cedar apparently, which is in really good condition, he said. This one's a lime, and he said that I should take away the bottom growth there, which I've kind of left for the chickens to have shade, but he said that needs to come out. So with the big oak, up over the fence here. With the big oak, we've had a couple of dead branches fall off, which was one of the reasons to call in the tree surgeon. because that is massive and I can't get up there. So you can see there's a lot of dead branches there. So he said it really needs taking care of. It's a substantial tree, and obviously we're not that far from the house. You can see that there, hang on. So yeah, so not that far from the house. So it really needs taking care of, and you know, an expert looking at it. Yeah, we've got prune and walnut, cherry trees. This apple tree here, you can see that it's right in the sun there, but that apple tree there, that needs pollarding right down to pretty much shoulder height actually, so that'd be an interesting job. Lionel, what are you up to? Hey? Are you in charge? Okay, come to say hello. Yeah, I think Lionel's in charge. Good. So we've got the pétanque court. That's a job I'm going to do soon actually. I don't think there's as much work there as you would think. So I don't know whether I've showed you out back here. I've cleared all this, there's loads of bramble here. Just show you what we've got here. So this is the lane that leads down to our field. I'm not sure who owns that, whether I own it or whether it's common land, or it's a bit confusing on the cadastral, which is the the plan that's on paper. So I'm not sure whether I own that or that's common land, but that does go down to our field. Around here there's this old barn. Now this is a public footpath that we're going to walk down, so no issues there. So there's an old beehive there. I didn't see that. An old beehive. Some old farm machinery there. Lots of stacked wood. And that looks like in the distance there, I don't think you can see that. There you go. Yeah, that looks like an old sawmill there actually. Could be. All right, let's have a wander down here. You know what, I haven't walked down here yet, I don't know what's down here. So while I'm walking down here, I just wanted to take the opportunity to say thank you to all the old subscribers, all the OGs, and thank you very much to the new subscribers. It's much appreciated and you're most welcome. If you've got any suggestions for what you'd like me to do or look at or eat, I haven't done an eating one for a while, then put it in the comments, and yeah, I'd be interested to hear what you've got to say. So just walking along here. Yeah. I think the weather's changed a little bit. This is like a walnut. Yeah, this is a walnut tree. Yeah, you can see the walnuts on the tree. There's a few on the floor here. Yeah, I think the weather's changed. The forecast for next week is around 22 to 26 degrees centigrade. Yeah, so that's definitely a change. Got a few things happening. We're having the heat pump, a new heat pump put in for the pool. Hopefully that's next week, and we should get the quote back from the tree surgeon. How much that's going to cost, don't know. But you know, it's something that has to be done. I'm going to get another couple of quotes as well. So this is a chestnut tree, obviously. Look at that blue sky, isn't that lovely? It's amazing. Look at these. I don't know where this goes. Nice bit of holly there. Be nice for the Christmas wreaths, won't it? Yeah, lovely. Of course, I've got my hiking flip-flops on, so completely suitably dressed. I think it's a road down here that comes down to a road. Okay. There's a tractor going past there. So, one of those moments where I find it hard to believe that I actually live here. Fantastic. Well, I'm going to wrap it up there. So, thanks so much for watching. It's much appreciated. If you can like the video with a thumbs up, maybe share it on social media, maybe think about subscribing if you haven't already. All that leaves to say is mind how you go, and I'll see you soon.